Do you have a chance to meet a good trucking dispatcher? Do they actually exist? If so, why do you need them? Finally, how to choose a great dispatcher that will match all your needs? All of the questions we cover in this episode. My name's Nelly, and welcome to our Trucking Business channel. There are still a lot of doubts about dispatchers' role in the trucking business. Some say they are useless and harmful. Others enjoy cooperating with dispatchers and notice the growth of their business. We're here not to convince you to swipe up to buy the next useless service. Our task is to open the curtain for you and highlight good and bad dispatchers. I want to start with good dispatchers. They are a reference of how dispatchers must work and what type of attitude must have. So, a good dispatcher is always on the phone. She clearly understands her role in that business and the importance of good communication. Of course, she deeply knows the industry, equipment, and problems that drivers, brokers, and shippers face on a daily basis. She has the nuts and bolts to cope with that stuff. So, what about actions? The good dispatcher does a little bit more or greater more than it was stated in a contract. Also, she knows etiquette, and you won't hear anything bad about other companies from her. She is concentrated on her own job and does that the best way. The next thing we need to mention is that a good dispatcher works as a YouTube algorithm. She knows your preferences and provides each driver with a custom approach and delivers everything that he needs. Yet another question which stands out in front of us is, should a dispatcher care about your financials and fight for that? The great dispatcher will collect all of your debts from shippers and brokers, check if you're making a good average RPM, and remind you of the expiry date of your insurance. Also, she knows when you need to do a truck maintenance. But the most important thing is how a dispatcher works on the market and how fast she covers your truck with a load. Sometimes there are hard days, and a reliable dispatcher will thoroughly explain why there are no good loads for your truck and keep going to search and negotiate for them. She's a great communicator and always tells the truth about market conditions and emerging problems. Also, she needs to help you to find the closest truck stop and truck repairing. She wouldn't tell the driver, "Oh man, it's not my problem," as she perceives your inquiry as a common problem you guys need to cope with. Finally, the great dispatcher defends her driver and tries to do her best when arguing with someone about something related to the trucking industry. We frequently get a question, is it helpful to hire a dispatcher to help a rookie driver? Oh yes. If she's great, she would coach and mentor a new driver or owner-operator. She'll give him an initial package of knowledge and support him when he needs that. The further we go, the more we want to hear your thoughts about partnering with dispatchers. Just answer yes or no. Would you ever use dispatchers to help you grow your business? Please share your experience in comments. It's high time to talk about bad dispatchers. Everything that is opposite to what I said previously is related to bad ones. But there are some things I do want to highlight to warn you. The bad dispatcher poorly finds loads for you. She tries to cover a bunch of trucks at the same time that leads to a ton of excuses and bad customer experience. She's always busy and has no results. The second type of bad dispatcher doesn't want to cope with the driver's paperwork. She rejects this type of job as she thinks her task has been already done as soon as your truck gets loaded. The third type of a terrible dispatcher doesn't hear the driver she assists. She continues stubbornly to do what she thinks is best and never tries to rethink her actions. Also, she puts either her own or the broker's priorities higher than the driver's. The weirdest type of dispatcher supposes that all drivers are only good at driving their trucks and blames a driver when something goes wrong. This dispatcher doesn't understand that the driver who hires a dispatcher is smart enough, as he delegates the task that he has no time to do. Be careful when hire a dispatcher. In case you hire a bad one, you'll make poor money and poor experience. Stay away from them. Here at Resolute, we work with good dispatchers and treat our drivers as family. Share this video with your friends, hit the like button, and be sure to subscribe to watch the next episodes. See ya!